Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Fox Lane High School here on this Tuesday afternoon for this boys basketball matchup between White Plains and the Fox Lane Foxes. Liam, how we feeling?
Feeling great today. Last home game for the Foxes, so it's going to be a special one for these seniors as they will play at home for the final time in the regular season. And as the game starts, here are the starting players by the PA announcer.
Yep, we'll turn it over here to the PA announcer here for the national anthem and the starting lineup.
For your starting lineups, first for the visitor, junior guard number 2, Bryce Thomas. Junior guard number 4, Otto Armstrong. Sophomore guard number 5, Justin Otang. At forward, sophomore number 11, Nathan Plummer. And rounding up the starting 5 for White Plains, junior forward number 35, Adrian Wallace. The Tigers are coached by assistants Spencer Smith, Patty Darcy, and Ed Sands. The head coach is Mr. Spencer Mayfield. Please rise to see American flag for the playing of our national anthem.
Now that the starting lineups and national anthem are wrapped up, about to be underway here at Fox Lane, Liam.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a good game. I know Fox Lane played White Plains at home this season. White Plains home, so they played away, and I believe they lost to a buzzer beater shot. So it's definitely going to be a close game here. What do you think, JJ?
Yeah, no, definitely will be a good game here for the Foxes.
To take the jump.
Momoa will jump for the Foxes. Wallace will jump for White Plains. Wallace wins the tip, but it does go the Foxes' way. Ethan Mares will bring it up here for the Foxes. He'll give it to Momoa. Momoa will hand it off to Mayers. Mayers will find Daglio. Back out to Mayers here. Mayers with a nice little spin. He'll give it to Momoa. Momoa will find Daglio. His spot up three. Off the mark. Rebounded by Plummer. Thomas swing it to the corner to Armstrong. Thomas will give it to Plummer. Plummer will shoot. And he hits the jumper right away to start it off for White Plains. Nice mid-range jumper right there, getting the open look for White Plains. Mola will hand it off here to Shevick. Shevick will drive left, find Daglio. Thinks about the three. He'll hand it off to Evan Mayers. Ball's almost stolen. Mola's able to get the loose ball. Evan Mayers will drive right. He'll go up strong with his right. His layup's off the mark. Ball's bouncing around. He gets his own rebound. Kicks it out to Shevick, who will find Momoa. Momoa will drive down the lane. His layup just rolls in and out. Fox is off to a cold start so far. Thomas will bring it up here for White Plains. Thought about the mid-range. He'll hand it off to Plummer. Plummer will give it back to Thomas here. He's picked up by Ethan Mayers. And one right there for White Plains. Nathan Plummer with the assist from Thomas, and he goes up strong to get the N1. Good, really good two offensive possessions right there from White Plains. Not really forcing anything and getting their shot.
Yeah, great effort going up there, getting fouled, and we'll see what he could do from the line.
Does miss the free throw though, but it does go off the Foxes. So White Plains will stay White Plains possession. Checking in for White Plains is Asa Hamlin. He'll check in for Adrian Wallace. Otto Armstrong will inbound to Thomas. He'll get it back. Bryce Thomas will be picked up by Evan Mayers. He'll give it to Armstrong. Armstrong will give it to Plummer. He'll drive right. Plummer's floater's off the mark, rebounded by Evan Mayers. He'll push it up court to Arthur Shevick, who will go find down low Eli Daglio. We'll have a foul here. So Daglio will go to the line to shoot two here.
That was on the White Plains. Eli Daglio to the line to shoot two.
Daglio's first is good. Cuts the White Plains lead to three here, Liam. Daglio's second does hit back rim and out though. So Thomas will bring it up here for White Plains. Hamlin will set the screen. Thomas won't take it. He'll pull up for three. His pull-up three-pointer is good. And White Plains jumps out to an early 6-point lead here at Fox Lane.
White Plains off to a hot start here.
Shevick will swing it to Evan Mayers. He'll find Daglio. Daglio will hand it off to Ethan Mayers. Ethan Mayers will find Shevick. He thought about the three. He'll pull it out. Momoa will come set a screen. Shevick will find Momoa. Momoa will drive. His floater is good. Nice little pick and roll right there from the Foxes, and a nice floater right there from Momoa as they cut it to a 4-point lead here with just a little over 5 minutes here in the first quarter. Plummer will give it to Boateng. Armstrong to Thomas. Boateng thought about it. He'll give it back to Armstrong. Armstrong will drive right. His layup is off the mark. Shevik with the rebound. He'll bring it up here for the Foxes. Guarded by Thomas. He'll drive right. He'll go up. No call. He'll kick it out to Momola. Momola will shoot the three. Momola's three is short. Thomas will bring it in transition here for White Plains. Looks like we'll have a foul here on the floor against the Foxes. Checking in for the Foxes. Number 15, Will Broghammer will check in for Eli Daglio. Otto Armstrong will not inbound as White Plains will have a timeout here. After a little over just a little under 3 minutes, 30 seconds of basketball played here at Fox Lane, White Plains has jumped out to an early 7-3 lead, and they've been the better basketball team. Less turnovers, they've been hitting their shots. They've been the less sloppy basketball team so far, definitely.
Yeah, a key thing that they're doing, they have really good defense right now. Fox Lane can't really get any shots off. Great passing by Fox Lane to get Momola wide open as he drives and hits the floater to cut the lead to only 4. But as I said, they've been playing really good defense.
Foxes will stay with the same 5 that was on the court before the timeout. Boateng will inbound here for White Plains. Gets it down low to Thomas on the block. His layup is off the mark. Rebounded by Evan Mayers. He'll swing it to the corner to Ethan Mayers. Ethan Mayers will hand it off to his brother. He'll get it right back. He'll dribble left here. He'll find Momola. Momola will give it to Broghammer. Broghammer will find Shevik in the corner. Mayers will go strong with the right. Oof. His right-hand layup just goes in and out. Nice look right there for the Foxes. His floater just goes in and out. Thomas thought about the mid-ranger. He'll give it to Boateng. Boateng will drive left. Goes through Hamlin's hands. Out of bounds. So Foxes will get possession here. Checking in for White Plains, number 13. Gavin Plummer for Asa Hamlin. Shevik will bring it up here for the Foxes. He'll give it to Mayers. Mola will post up here, but he'll give it to Shevik. Shevik thought about it. Mola will set the screen. Ball's rolling around a little bit, but ball's rolling on the floor right there for a little bit, but eventually it will go off the Foxes. Foxes have been playing some sloppy basketball to start this game for sure. Thomas will bring it up here for White Plains. He'll find Armstrong for 3. Armstrong's 3 is off the mark. And Roselle Plummer with the putback right there. His first point since coming in the game with an instant impact right off the bench. As Ethan Mayers is pickpocketed right there, stolen by Boateng. He'll go all the way. Looks like we will have a foul. This will be an offensive foul right there on Justin Boateng.
Johnny Bain for playing the game for the Foxes.
Johnny Bain will check in for Logan Momola here for the Foxes. Ethan Mayers will bring it up here for the Foxes. He'll give it to Evan Mayers. Evan Mayers picked up by Armstrong. He'll find Johnny Bain. He thought about the 3. He'll find Will Broghammer. Will Broghammer picked up by Roselle Plummer. He'll give it to Shevik. Shevik will drive right, little half spin, find Johnny Bain in the corner for 3. His 3 rattles in and out. Loose ball picked up by White Plains. Boateng will slow it down here. Thought about the handoff. We'll have a travel here on White Plains. Foxes will get possession here, but White Plains is still with 2:26 in this first, up by 6 points here. As Sebastian Getz will check in for Evan Mayers. You know, Liam, Foxes have been playing sloppy to start this game, and White Plains has really capitalized, playing very sound, good basketball.
Yeah, their defense have just been perfect.
Ethan Mayers will give it to Shevik, give it to Getz at the elbow. He'll give it to Bain. Bain will hand it off to Shevik. Shevik thought about the three. Gives it to Bain in the corner. Bain will hand it off to Shevik here, who's picked up by Thomas. Shevik will be at the elbow. He'll go up strong. We'll have a foul call here on White Plains, so Shevik will go to the line to shoot 2.
Fouls on White Plains. Shevik to the line for 2.
Shevik hits the first to cut the lead to 5 here.
Number 0 for White Plains, R.J. Marcano.
R.J. Marcano here will check in for White Plains for Justin Boateng. Shevik's second is good. It's White Plains leads by 4 now. Thomas will bring it up here for the Tigers. They'll make a nice crossover and pull up from mid-range. It's short. Rebounded by Roselle Plummer with another offensive rebound in the putback. So far, Roselle Plummer has been a dominant force down low on the offensive boards for the White Plains, Liam.
Yeah.
Bain will hand it off to Shevik. He'll set the screen. Shevik will pull from 3. His 3 is just short. Rebounded by Armstrong. Thomas will drive left here down the lane. He's stolen, but he gets it back. Marcano will drive. He'll pick up his dribble. Bryce Thomas right there with a nice backdoor cut as Marcano finds him on the backdoor cut. And White Plains jumps right back out to an 8-point lead. With 1:30 in the first, White Plains leads 13-5 heading into this Fox Lane timeout. We'll be back.
As we come back from the timeout, Arthur Shevik inbounds to Evan Mayers as he drives up. Finds Owen Baker to Matt Rojas. To Logan Momola. Back to Rojas. To Shevik. Almost stolen. Momola as he goes up. And the layup is not good. There's a foul on the play. Number 2, Matt Rojas.
Roselle Plummer will inbound here for White Plains. Fox have been playing really sloppy basketball so far. And the scoreboard shows that as White Plains has been able to capitalize on their mistakes and lead by 8 here as we're about to go under a minute in the first quarter here. Roselle Plummer will set a screen, but Thomas chooses to go the other way. He'll give it to Marcano. Marcano will find Roselle Plummer at the free throw line. He'll go to work down low with the left-hand layup, but it'll roll in and out. Another good look, though, for White Plains, as Rojas will get the rebound and bring it up here for the Foxes. Baker will give it to Mayers, who will find Momola. Momola will set the screen for Shevik. Shevik will find Momola in the corner. Rojas will drive left, find Momola in the corner. Momola will swing it to Shevik. Shevik's pull-up three is just short. Momola with the offensive rebound. He'll find Baker. Baker will give it to Momola. Momola will bring it back up top as he'll give it to Shevik here. Shevik calls for the screen. Momola will set a screen to his left. Momola rolls. So Shevik chooses to give it to Mayers. Mayers' mid-range is off the mark, though. So after the first quarter, White Plains 13, Foxes 5. Yeah, I mean, Foxes right now have definitely been playing the sloppy basketball, Liam.
Yeah, but you know, JJ, White Plains has been able to play really good defense. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they've been swarming them on the. I mean, give credit to White Plains. They've been swarming Fox Lane on the with their defense right now. You know,
yeah,
and you know, if you're Fox Lane right now, obviously, you know, we saw that game against Austin. Slow first quarter, and then they come out of it and score.
yeah,
Win that game, big game. But, like, I don't know. They're just playing super slow right now, so we'll see if they can bounce back, though, the rest of this game. But, like, if you're the Foxes, though, heading into this big rivalry game against Greeley this Friday, which will be at Greeley, I mean, you just don't want to be playing slow basketball, sloppy, slow basketball heading into a big rivalry game. So
yeah.
we'll see if the Foxes can, you know, up the energy, play cleaner basketball, you know, going forward into this game. So
Especially since that game is the last game of the regular season for
Yeah.
the Foxes. But as Fox Lane here, I mean, there's not much you can do to counter a really good defense. Although they got to get their passes a little cleaner as they've been getting stolen away. Got you.
Armstrong will inbound here to start the second quarter. Fox Lane. He'll inbound it back to Thomas. Thomas will bring it up here. He'll give it to Armstrong in the left corner. He'll find Roselle Plummer down low, guarded by Momola. We'll have a foul here on the Foxes, so Marcano will inbound from the baseline. Tigers still going with the same five as well as the Foxes. He'll get it into Thomas. Thomas will bring it to the top. He'll find Marcano down low. Who tries to get down low to Roselle Plummer. Good steal right there, though, from Logan Momola. He'll hand it off to Arthur Shevik, who will give it to Matt Rojas. Matt Rojas will give it to Logan Momola, who will give it to Evan Mayers. He'll find Shevik. Shevik's pull-up three goes in and out. Rebounded, the offensive rebound by Owen Baker. We'll have a foul on White Plains. Looks to be on Roselle Plummer. Just tripped up Owen Baker right there.
Good effort there by
Yeah,
Owen.
great hustle and effort right there. Down low by Owen Baker. Shevik will inbound on the baseline for the Foxes. Momola gets to the bat. Momola with a nice floater right there. Nice look right there from Evan Mayers to find Momola down low in the paint for the easy floater. Thomas will hand it off to Marcano. Thought about the three. He'll pick up his dribble. Give it to Armstrong. Roselle Plummer will go to work down low. We'll have an offensive foul on Roselle Plummer. Roselle Plummer right now has been there. He's been a big force down low on the boards and scoring right now for White Plains, Liam.
Yeah, especially at that 6'5" build. You know, you got to be there under the board, getting all those rebounds, putting up the layups.
Shevik will swing it to Mayers. Mayers will give it to Baker. Baker will dribble to his right. Nice bounce pass down low to Logan Momola. He'll go up and get fouled on the shot, so Momola will go to the line to shoot two. Great look right there from Owen Baker. Fake the high pass, went down low with the bounce pass right there. So Momola will shoot two here.
Wallace back in the game, number 35 for the Tigers.
Momola hits the first. He'll shoot the second right now. Second one is off the mark. Rebounded by Jahan Plummer. Adrian Wallace checking back in for White Plains. Armstrong will kick it to the corner to Marcano. His step back mid-range from the free throw line is good. Nice step back mid-range right there from RJ Marcano right there. Shevik will bring it up here. He's picked up by Bryce Thomas. Shevik will drive left. Nice little Euro step, but his shot is blocked. Shevik got the rebound, but his foot was on the line, so it'll be White Plains ball.
That's right, cheerleaders.
Thomas will bring it up here for White Plains. He's picked up by Shevik. Thomas will cross over a couple times, step back, thought about the mid-range. He'll give it to Marcano. He'll find Plummer down low. Plummer will post up Baker. Baker playing good defense. He's able to get to Marcano, though. Stolen by Evan Mayers. Matt Rojas grabs the loose rebound. Ball pushed up to Baker. Baker will give it back to Shevik. Shevik to Momoa will find Evan Mayers. Evan Mayers thought about the three. Give it to Matt Rojas in the corner, who will give it to Momoa. Momoa will drive down the lane. His layup is off the mark, as White Plains has numbers, so Thomas will bring it up. We'll have an offensive foul here on White Plains. Good effort right there from Arthur Shevik to draw the charge for the Foxes. As checking back in for the Foxes is Eli Daglio.
I think that's the third charge of the game.
Yeah.
Fox has been good effort by just taking those charges. Arthur Shevik to Evan Mayers.
Mayers will bring it up here for the Foxes. He'll give it to Daglio. Daglio will drive left here. Nice little pump fake. But we will have a traveling violation here on the Foxes. Hamlin
Back in the game.
will check back in for White Plains. Marcano will check out. Looks like he has some loose tape on his hand that they have to fix up real quick.
Justin Boateng back in the game, number 5.
Also checking back in, Justin Boateng. Thomas will bring it up here for White Plains, as he's been their main primary ball handler the whole game so far. Down low to Wallace. Ball is up in the air. Looks like we'll have a foul here. Looks like we'll have a push here on White Plains, so it'll be Fox's ball. Foxes are in the bonus, so they will go to the line to shoot 2. It'll be Eli Daglio to shoot 2 for the Foxes. His first hits the front of the rim, and it won't go, so still a 7-point lead here for White Plains. Foxes are still in single-digit points through 3 minutes here in the second quarter. There's a little over 5 minutes. Daglio's second goes in and out. Offensive rebound, though, by Logan Momoa. He's able to get it out to Shevik. He'll hand it off to Evan Mayers. He's picked up by Armstrong. Mayers will give it to Daglio. Daglio will give it to Rojas in the corner, but we'll have an illegal screen here on the Foxes.
Illegal screen called against Fox Lane.
Owen Baker will check back in for the Foxes for Eli Daglio. I think Eli Daglio is in some foul trouble, Liam, early on here.
He could be, but the Foxes, as their team fouls, it's looking okay for them. White Plains, not so much, as they already gave a foul. 5.
Wallace here will give it to Boateng. Boateng will cross over, a nice little spin move. He'll go up for the shot. We will have a traveling violation here on Boateng. Rojas will bring it up here for the Foxes. He'll find Baker. Baker faked the shot. He'll find Mayers. His spot up three is off the mark, but he is fouled, so he'll go to the line to shoot three. Foxes catch a break as Mayers missed the three, but he was fouled while shooting, so he'll go to the line here. His first goes in and out. Foxes have just played a sloppy game all around, Liam. A lot of turnovers and just haven't been able to hit their free throws.
Yeah, they got to clean it up if they want to get back into this game.
Mayer's second is also off the mark here. Hits the third, though, so Mayers goes 1 for 3 from the free throw line. Thomas will bring it up here for White Plains. He'll give it to Boateng. He'll get it back. Thomas will bring it to his right, just in front of the Fox Lane bench. Hamlin with the screen. He'll choose to kick it out to Boateng, though. He'll go up with his floater. Nice little mid-range pull-up right there for Boateng. As the lead is back up to 8 for White Plains. Shevik will bring it up for the Foxes here. Shevik has been very quiet so far here for the Foxes. As Momola will handle it. He'll kick it to Baker. Baker's three. Off the mark. Offensive rebound by Mayers, who will find Shevik down low. And he'll get the easy layup. Great look right there from Evan Mayers off the offensive rebound. Able to swing it down low to Arthur Shevik on the block. Thomas here thought about driving. He'll pull it back out here. Slow it down a bit. He'll give it to Armstrong here just in front of the Fox Lane bench. Hamlin will give it to Boateng. He's guarded by Rojas. He'll drive baseline. He'll step back. His mid-range is short. Owen Baker. Owen Baker will get fouled here. Looks to be an over the back.
He'll go to the line to shoot too.
Baker will miss the first. RJ Marcano will check back in for Boateng. Baker second will get a nice little roll, so he will go 1 for 2 from the line. Thomas. Nice crossover on Shevik, but nothing going there, so he'll give it to Marcano. Thomas will get it back. He'll give it to Wallace. Wallace will go. His layup is off the mark. Rebounded by Momola. Good defense right there from the Foxes. Shevik will bring it up here for the Foxes. We'll have a foul here. So Shevik will go to the line to shoot 2 here. Foxes trail by 5 still here in the second quarter. Turnovers and just missed free throws and just sloppy basketball overall have really hurt them so far early on, but it is a long game, Liam, so we'll see. Shevik will hit the first. Shevik's second shot here. Goes in and out. Rebounded by Logan Momola, who'll go up strong, miss his layup, and then he'll get his own rebound and go right back up. Great hustle right there from Logan Momola to get 2 offensive rebounds right there. And he'll get rewarded with 2 free throws right here.
Fox Lane has an opportunity to make it a one possession game here.
Hamlin will check back in for White Plains. Momola did miss the first, but he can still make it a one-possession game here. He hits the second, so it's a 3-point game here at Fox Lane. White Plains has been the better team through the first 2 quarters so far, no denying that. As the scoreboard says that, as well as they still have a 3-point lead here. Thomas will be picked up by Shevik. He'll dribble to his right. He'll give it to Christian Boateng. We'll give it to RJ Marcano. He'll pick up his dribble at the elbow. He'll find Hamlin, who thought about posting up. Momola, nice backdoor pass. Hamlin goes up, but the shot is blocked by Momola right there. Great defense from the Foxes, as Evan Mayers will kick to the corner to Matt Rojas. He'll give it to Owen Baker, who will swing it to Mayers. Mayers will hand it off to Shevik. Screen by Matt Rojas. Shevik will pull from distance. His 3 is off the mark. Looks to be a foul here on Logan Momola. So it'll be White Plains ball. Boateng will inbound to Thomas. He'll bring it up here for White Plains. Picked up by Shevik. His pass to Armstrong is almost stolen by Mayers, but Armstrong keeps possession here for White Plains. Foul looks to be here on the Foxes. Marcano will inbound here. He'll get it into Thomas. Thomas will make a couple shifty moves here. Step back mid-range. Hits the front of the rim. Rebounded by Baker, but his pass to Mayers is stolen by Boateng. And White Plains capitalizes off the sloppy turnover right there with an easy layup. Mayers will get it to Rojas. He'll slow it down here for the Foxes. He'll get it to Shevik here. Shevik will find Momola. His pull-up 3. Short. Rebounded by Marcano. He'll get it up to Thomas here. Thomas will dribble down the lane. His floater. Off the mark. It was short, but we'll have a foul here on the Foxes, so he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Thomas's first is off the mark. Thomas hits the second. Number 3, Russell Miller will check in here for White Plains for Bryce Thomas. White Plains coming out in the press here with just under a minute left in the second quarter. Ball's inbounded to Rojas. He's picked up by Christian Boateng. Rojas gets it to Shevik though. He'll find Momola. Momola will drive baseline, and he gets... As there will be a charge called on the Foxes, so the basket will be no good, and it will be White Plains possession here as they lead by 6. Bryce Thomas will check right back in for White Plains. About a 6-second difference between shot clock and game clock here. Thomas will get it to Boateng. He'll get it right back. Picked up by Baker. Thomas will drive baseline. The up and under layup is just short. Rebounded by Jonick Bain, but his pass is stolen by Christian Boateng, but he's not able to keep it in bounds. Tried to keep it in bounds, but it went right back to Jonick Bain. So Rojas will bring it up here. Shevik will drive left. He'll go up with the layup, and one! Arthur Shevik gets the layup, and he's fouled, so he'll go to the line with a chance to complete the 3-point play here with 6.8 seconds left in the second quarter. Shevick completes the three-point play. And Will Brockhammer will check in for Arthur Shevick. 6.8 seconds here on the game clock. Both teams are in the bonus, so a foul will send White Plains to the line. Thomas will drive down the lane. And he'll be fouled here with 1.8 seconds, so he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Bryce Thomas will shoot 2.
Thomas misses the first, so it's still a 3-point game here. Russell Miller will check in for Hamlin. Bryce Thomas's second free throw here is off the mark, rebounded by Baker. He'll chuck it up. Off the mark, but so going into halftime here, White Plains 20, Foxes 17. Foxes have been sloppy early on here, and White Plains has been able to capitalize on the Foxes' mistakes, but Foxes were able to pull back a little bit here at the end of the second quarter to make it only a 3-point deficit heading into half. What are your thoughts so far, Liam?
Yeah, as you said, White Plains has been playing really good defense. Fox Lane hasn't been able to capitalize, but as they continue to play, the score stays pretty much the same as it's a 3, 4, 5 point. But going into halftime, Foxes looking okay with only going down 3 points. So going into halftime, we're going to have a cheerleader performance here and a performance by the dance team. We'll be back after halftime.
All right, put your hands together for the Fox Lane dance team. men's team. Next up will be the Fox Lane cheerleader. Good job, cheerleaders. Next up, we have a little halftime competition coming right up. I don't think it's going to happen. Where's that community? There's no losers around here, only winners. Everybody gets a trophy.
Back here at Fox Lane from halftime, another great performance by the dance team and the cheerleading team. We got to see a nice little contest at halftime, Liam, between John Chernick and Cooper First.
Yeah, unfortunately no winner as time ran out.
But we did have one close half-court shot. One did go in and out a couple times, but...
Yeah.
So we're just tuning in here from Fox Lane. Foxes so far have played a sloppy game with a couple turnovers here and missed free throws. And White Plains has really been able to capitalize so far.
Yeah, their defense, White Plains, has just really, really good, and Fox Lane hasn't been able to overcome it. But maybe at halftime, Coach Tomasi gave him a little speech and got him fired up. So let's see what they can do at half, or in the third and the fourth, as Evan Mayers will inbound to start the second half.
Evan Mayers will inbound it to Arthur Shevik here. Foxes trail by 3 coming out of the half. Daglio will find Shevik. Shevik will give it back to Daglio. Daglio will hand it off here. Shevik will drive baseline. He'll go for the layup. Rebounded by Plummer. He'll give it to Thomas. Thomas will bring it back out to Marcano. He'll give it to Boateng. Boateng back to Thomas. Thomas back to Marcano. Plummer here just inside the three-point line. We'll give it to Boateng. Try to get it back. Goes off of Roselle Plummer, so it'll be Fox's ball. Ball was tipped around there. Loose ball went off Roselle Plummer. Ethan Mayers will bring it up here for the Foxes. He's picked up by Boateng. He'll give it to Momola. Momola will give it to Daglio here. Daglio will find Shevik in the corner. We'll give it to Mayers. Mayers will drive right. His floater is just off the mark. Rebounded by Roselle Plummer. Thomas, again, bringing it up here for White Plains. He'll drive. He'll find Roselle Plummer cutting to the basket. Just off the mark. Nice little pick and roll right there from White Plains. Shevik up the court to Daglio. He'll hand it off to Ethan Mayers, who will kick it out to Daglio. Daglio to Mayers. Nice screen right there from Logan Momola. He'll cut to the rim and he converts. Nice little pick and roll right there from Evan Mayers and Logan Momola as the Foxes cut the lead to 1. Thomas here to Marcano. We'll give it to Boateng. Boateng thought about handing off to Roselle Plummer. He'll take it in front of his own bench here on Ethan Mayers. Thought about baseline spun back to the middle, gave it to Plummer. Plummer from the elbow. His mid-range is just off the mark. But it'll go off Ethan Mayers. So I'll say White Plains basketball here. Marcano will inbound here. He'll give it into Plummer. And Plummer will hit the easy layup right there from the block. Foxes just fell asleep right there, allowed White Plains to get an easy look. Shevik will drive left, screen from Momola. Momola will cut to the basket. He'll kick it out to Daglio. Daglio's 3 is good. And the Foxes has tied it up at 22 all here with 5:35 in this third quarter. Thomas guarded by Shevik. He'll step back. His mid-range off the mark. Rebounded by Momola. He'll be fouled by Roselle Plummer. Shevik will give it to Ethan Mayers. He'll be picked up by Boateng. He'll dribble to his right, give it to Daglio. Daglio will find Evan Mayers. Evan Mayers will give it to Mola down low on the block. He'll kick it out to Shevik. His three-pointer just goes in and out. Rebounded by Plummer here. Thomas gets the pass. He'll give it to Marcano. He'll drive left, give it to Roselle Plummer, who will kick it out to Boateng for the 3. It's off the mark. Shevik will push it for the Foxes. He'll go right down the lane for the layup, and he'll be fouled. Shevik will go to the line to shoot 2 as he was fouled going up for the layup. Shevik's first hits back rim and out, so it'll still be tied here, 22 apiece. Armstrong will check back in for White Plains. Shevik's second is good, though, and the Foxes will take a 1-point lead here over White Plains with a little over 4:45 in the third quarter here. Thomas will swing it to his left. Plummer will get it at the top. He'll swing it. Back to Marcano. Armstrong will drive down the lane. Tough layup is good. Armstrong with the tough N1 layup right there as he'll go to the line with a chance to complete the 3-point play and extend the lead back up to 2 for White Plains. Hamlin will check in for Roselle Plummer. Armstrong's free throw is good, so he'll complete the 3-point play as White Plains will be back up to a 2-point lead. Shavik will give it to Evan Mayers. He'll give it to Ethan Mayers, who's picked up by Armstrong here. Ethan Mayers will dribble to his right. Great defense right now by Armstrong. Ethan Mayers will give it to Momoa, who will hand it off to Evan Mayers. He'll go up. He'll be fouled shooting. Evan Mayers will go to the line to shoot 2.
Fouls on the White Plains.
Evan Mayers hits the first. Owen Baker will check back in for Ethan Mayers. Evan Mayers' second is off the mark, though. So White Plains will still be up by 1. Plummer will hand it off to Thomas here. Thomas will dribble left, fake, pull it out, and he'll pull it out for real this time. He'll give it to Armstrong. He'll give it to Marcano. Marcano with a step back mid-range, thought about it. He'll kick it back out to Thomas. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Thomas will swing it to Marcano. He'll drive right. His mid-range. Off the glass. Just to the left. Rebounded by Daglio. He'll bring it up for the Foxes here. He'll give it to Shevik. Shevik will drive down the lane. His layup is off the mark, but Mole with the offensive rebound. Looks like we'll have a double dribble called on the Foxes here. So it'll be White Plains ball here. Checking back in for White Plains will be number 5, Justin Boateng. Thomas will bring it up here for White Plains. He'll give it to Plummer. Plummer will drive down the lane, kick out, and we'll have an offensive foul on Nathan Plummer. That will be a charge there, so it'll be Fox Lane ball now. Shevik will inbound to Evan Mayers. He'll get it right back here for the Foxes. He'll bring it up. He'll be picked up by Thomas. He'll get it to Momola. Momola fakes the hand off to Daglio. He'll give it to Baker, though, this time. Baker to Shevik. Shevik's pull-up 3. Off the mark. Tipped around. Rebounded by Plummer. Thomas will bring it up the right here. He'll cross over left. Went up for the shot. It was stolen, but he gets his rebound right back. Boateng's shot is blocked by Eli Daglio. And Evan Mayers will be in transition here for the Foxes. He'll go up for the layup. His layup is off the mark. Off the mark, ball bounced around for a little bit. So we'll stay with the Foxes here, and White Plains will call a timeout. Heading into this timeout, White Plains 25, Foxes 24. We'll be back after the timeout. Evan Mayers will inbound for the Foxes on the baseline. He'll get into Momola in the corner, who will give it to Baker. Baker will dribble right, hand it off to Shevik here. Shevik will pull up from three. His three hits front of the rim. Offensive rebound, though, by Evan Mayers, who will drive baseline, give it to Daglio. And Daglio's fouled on the way up shooting, so he'll go to the line to shoot two. Another offensive rebound for the Foxes, giving them a chance. That second chance points as they're able to capitalize and go to the line to shoot two here. Foxes, Liam, are here in the bonus again, as they are in the bonus for a second straight quarter. So White Plains has been a little bit of foul trouble, Liam.
Yeah, they've been giving up fouls, but that's just they've been playing good D. So
Daglio hits the first free throw to tie it up again at 25 apiece here. Daglio second to give the Foxes the lead. Hits front of the rim and gets a nice little roll. So and John McBain will check in for Eli Daglio as the Foxes have a 1-point lead with 2:15 in the third quarter.
This is the first lead by the Foxes in the game, too.
Thomas will bring it up here for White Plains. He'll give it to Boateng, who'll get it down low to Wallace. Wallace posted up on Momola. Looks like we will have a jump ball, though.
Jump ball possession. Go back to White Plains. Trainer is deep.
John McBain a little slow to get up. Looks like he got hit in the eye. He'll go see our great athletic trainer, Tom Burns. Looks like just got poked in the eye or something. So Eli Daglio will check right back in. Will be White Plains possession here after the jump ball. Armstrong will inbound to Wallace, who will give it back to Armstrong. Boateng thought about giving it to Thomas here. He'll bring it back out to the top. He'll give it to Armstrong. Armstrong to Plummer. Plummer picked up by Daglio. Plummer will drive his mid-range jumper. Nice mid-range pull-up right there from Nathan Plummer to bank in the mid-range to give White Plains a 1-point lead again, as it's been a back-and-forth game all night long. There'll be a foul here on Otto Armstrong. And the Foxes are in the bonus, so Evan Mayers will go to the line to shoot two here.
You know, JJ, as White Plains has been playing really, really good defense, they have let up a lot of fouls, though.
Yeah, no, they definitely have, but Foxes haven't been able to capitalize every chance, but they are still only trailing by one as Matt Rojas checks back in for Eli Daglio. But Mayers can tie the game up here with this free throw, and he does. So we're back to a tie ball game here at Fox Lane. 1:30 here in the third quarter. Thomas will bring it up here, guarded by Shevik. He'll give it to Boateng. He'll give it to Plummer down low. He'll go to work on Momola. There'll be a charge on Adrian Wallace as Momola set his feet and beat Wallace to the spot. Foxes have drawn a lot of charges today, Liam.
Yeah, they have.
Really playing with a lot of hustle and effort, drawing those charges right there. So the Foxes will get possession here. Shevik inbounded it to Rojas. Rojas gave it right back. Rojas will get it from Shevik. He'll give it to Baker. Baker will find Momola down low. Looks like we will have an illegal screen on the Foxes, so it will be White Plains ball here with 1:07 in the third. Thomas will dribble left. He'll swing it to Armstrong. Armstrong will give it to Boateng. Boateng will give it to Plummer here. Plummer to the corner to Armstrong. Back to Thomas. Picked up by Shevick. He'll drive down the lane. He'll kick it out to Armstrong. His three is off the mark. Offensive rebound by Plummer, though, who will find Wallace down low. And it's second chance points for White Plains as the big men are able to link up with a nice pass from Plummer to Wallace for the easy layup. Baker with a nice bounce pass to Momoa, but it's stolen, as we will have a jump ball here.
Possession goes to Fox Lane on the arrow.
The shot clock is off.
Shot clock is off, yep, Liam. So we presume the Foxes will want to hold it here for the last shot as Shevick gets it in to Momola. Mayers will give it to Shevick in the corner. He'll get it back. Mayers and Rojas go back and forth here. Mayers will hand it off to Shevick. Shevick will give it to Rojas. Rojas to Mayers. Mayers will drive left. He'll give it to Shevick. Shevick's pull-up three is good. Shevick with the pull-up three from deep to give the Foxes a 1-point lead heading into the fourth. After three, Foxes 30, White Plains 29. As we said, Liam, from the start, we knew it was going to be a good back-and-forth game.
Yeah, 100%. As last game they played was just as close, too. So, gotta expect the same as two great teams go at it.
So we'll be back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Back here for the start of the fourth quarter, White Plains ball. Thomas will bring it up here for White Plains. He'll swing it to Marcano. His floater, just short. Rebounded though. He gets his own rebound. And Plummer is fouled on his floater attempt, so he'll go to the line to shoot two. Another hustle play by White Plains to get their own offensive rebound to get the second chance points. Plummer hits the first, so we're all tied up at 30 here, as Evan Mayers will check back in for Owen Baker. Nathan Plummer's second is off the mark, though, rebounded by Shevick, as he'll bring it up here for the Foxes. He'll find Momola here, who's picked up by Adrian Wallace. Momola will bounce pass it to Daglio. Daglio will go down low to Shevick. We'll have an offensive foul here on Shevick. So White Plains will take over possession here. Thomas will dribble here. Went down the lane, picked up his dribble. He'll kick it out. Plummer here. Plummer Ball's almost stolen right there. And Plummer hits the tough floater right there to give White Plains a 2-point lead again. Tough mid-range shot from Plummer, but he drills it. Momola here picked up by Wallace. He'll give it to Daglio. Daglio will drive down the lane, kick it to Momola. Momola back to Daglio. His three is off the mark. Rebounded by Wallace. He'll give it to Thomas. Thomas will bring it up here. Fast pace for White Plains. His pull-up three off the mark. It'll hit the upper wire, though, so it'll be out of bounds on White Plains. Owen Baker will check back in for Matt Rojas. Arthur Shevick will inbound here. He'll get it in to Eli Daglio. Eli Daglio will give it right back to Arthur Shevick. Shevick will give it to Mayers. Mayers back to Shevick. Shevick will swing it to his left to Daglio. Daglio to Baker. Baker with a little handoff to Mayers. Ball is stolen by Plummer, though, as he'll find Plummer with the steal, and he'll find Armstrong for the wide open layup right there. Another sloppy mistake from the Foxes. Shevick will kick it to Mayers here. Mayers will find Baker. Baker will give it to Daglio. He thought about the three. He'll drive down the lane. And we'll have a foul here while Daglio was shooting. Got the defender to go up. And he was fouled on. Daglio was fouled on the way up, so he'll go to the line to shoot two here. Foxes trail by 4, though, with 5:54 here in this fourth quarter. Daglio hits the first. Daglio hits the second, so he'll cut the lead to 2 here at Fox Lane. Thomas will drive down fast-paced, and he's fouled by Shevick, so he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Thomas has been giving the Foxes trouble, Liam. He's very quick, so he's able to come downhill and draw these fouls. And as he hits the first to get the lead back up to 3, but as you're saying, he's very quick and he's able to get downhill and, force the Foxes, really either just give up the layup or they're going to have to foul him and send him to the line.
Yeah, he's very quick, and he has good passing, good footwork, and a great shooter.
Thomas hits the second. Back up to a 4-point lead here as Ethan Mayers checked in for the Foxes. He'll bring it up here. He'll dribble right. He'll find Daglio. Daglio's picked up by Plummer here. Timeout Fox Lane here. Nope, I stand correct. It'll be 5-second violation here on the Foxes. I stand corrected, my bad. Never mind. I was correct, Liam. It is. Fox Lane will call a timeout here, trailing by 4 with 5:35 in this fourth quarter. Foxes have played really, they've cut down on the turnovers, but still White Plains has a 4-point lead here. They've been playing great defense and getting great looks, and they've really been able to capitalize off the Fox Lane turnovers, Liam.
Yeah, they definitely have been a little better this half. Maybe, I don't know, coach said something during the half to get them going up, but it's only a 4-point difference. Anything can happen. So we'll be back when the game resumes.
back here after the timeout here. I mean, they did say that there was no 5-second call, so it should be Fox's ball if they called a timeout.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I'm sure that's what the refs are talking over right now.
Looks like it's going to be White Plains ball.
It indeed will be White Plains ball. So maybe the Fox Lane timeout was after the 5-second call.
Yeah.
So Thomas will bring it up here for White Plains. He'll find Morcano in the corner for 3. His 3-pointer's off the mark, but Wallace once again with more second chance points here for White Plains. Ethan Mayers will bring it up here for the Foxes. He'll give it to Shevik, who will find Evan Mayers. Daglio will hand it off to Ethan Mayers. Ethan Mayers will swing it to Daglio in front of his own bench. He'll go down low into the post to Evan Mayers. Looks like there'll be a foul on the floor here. So Shevik will inbound here from the baseline under the basket. He'll get it into Daglio. Daglio with the pump fake. Daglio will kick it out to Momola, who will give it to Shevik. Momola will set the screen, but Arthur Shevik will choose to go baseline. His jumper's off the mark. Rebounded by White Plains, so Thomas will bring it up here. White Plains lead is up to 6 right now. Thomas will get it to Marcano. He'll get it down low to Plummer. Plummer will go up. Good defense though from the Foxes. Rebounded here. Shevik will step back. He'll kick it to Ethan Mayers. His 3 is off the mark. Rebounded by Wallace. Wallace will bring it up to Thomas. Timeout White Plains here. White Plains has been the better basketball team all day long. And we've really seen this whole game, Liam, as they've just been less sloppy, less turnovers. But Foxes have been able to stay in this one. They've cut down on the turnovers and the sloppiness and have played much better in the second half. But they do still trail by 6 here with 4:12 in this fourth quarter. But this game has been back and forth all day long, so I expect it to stay close down the stretch into the end of this game.
Yeah, if the Foxes want to win, they got to start playing better. They got to pick it up a little bit with the turnovers and better passing. You know, but again, it's hard to beat good defensive teams as they're losing too. So the Foxes, they just got to pick it up. Looks like the Foxes are going to stay with the same 5.
Yep, Armstrong will inbound here for White Plains, as White Plains will stay with the same 5 as well. Armstrong will get it into Thomas. They'll get it to Plummer. Plummer will find Marcano cut back door. Found it, but no shot, so he'll bring it around back up top to Armstrong, who will give it to Thomas here. Thomas will dribble to his right, guarded by Mayers. He'll give it to Marcano. Marcano with the tough mid-range jumper, and he banks it in. I stand corrected. A 3-pointer right there for Marcano. Tough banks it in right there to get the lead up to 9 here. As Mayers finds Daglio cutting. Daglio, his backdoor pass is out of the reach as it goes off Momola's fingertips. So it'll be Fox Lane ball here. I mean, White Plains has played outstanding defense this whole day.
Yeah.
Really swarmed the Foxes, forced them into sloppy turnovers, and they've been able to capitalize. As Thomas gets it in the corner, Armstrong keeps it in here. Armstrong will give it to Thomas, who will find Plummer. Plummer's picked up by Mayers here, just by the small logo here. Thomas will get it back here, picked up by Momola. Thomas will drive left, go up with his right. His layup's off the mark, rebounded by Wallace. Wallace with another second chance points here for White Plains, as White Plains has been able to open this game up late here as they lead by 11.
Drive and the foul.
Mayers was fouled shooting though, so he'll go to the line to shoot 2 here, as White Plains is up to their biggest lead of the day as they lead by 11 here with 2:51 in the fourth.
You know, JJ, those turnovers on the previous possession, those are the type of things that are just killing Fox Lane here.
Yeah, no, they've just been playing sloppy basketball so far. As Mayers can't hit the free throw. I mean, just turnovers, but also just the Foxes they've been an all right free throw shooting team, and they're usually pretty good when it comes to their free throws. So, as Mayers goes 0 for 2 from the line here, but it gets the rebound. Oh. Looks like we'll have a hold here on the Foxes, or on White Plains, so it'll be Fox Lane ball here. Shevick will inbound from the baseline. He'll chuck it deep to Mayers. Mayers will drive down the lane, pull it back out, kick it to Ethan Mayers. Evan Mayers will find Momola at the free throw line. Momola will give it to Ethan Mayers in the corner. His three is good. Ethan Mayers sinks the tough triple, and it's back to an 8-point lead here for White Plains with 2:30 to go in this fourth quarter.
That's how you make
Plummer's wide open here. He'll give it to Thomas.
That's how you make up for 2 missed free throws, by adding one more point. Nice.
Looks like we'll have a backcourt violation here on White Plains. Just barely wasn't able to get over, so the pass was into the backcourt. Shevick will get it into Ethan Mayers. Looks like we have a little error with the shot clock, but we're all good now. Shevick will get it into Ethan Mayers here. He'll bring it up for the Foxes. He'll take it to his left and give it to Momola. Momola will give it to Daglio. Daglio will find Shevick in the corner for 3. Just off the mark. Once again rebounded by Wallace, as he's been a force on the glass on both ends, defensive and offensive. Been able to get a bunch of rebounds for White Plains. White Plains will call a timeout here with 1:59 in the fourth as they lead by 8. You know, Liam, we saw them jump out to that 11-point lead about a minute and a half ago, but Fox were able to respond with a 3-pointer, but they've just been playing swarming defense and have been able to capitalize on these turnovers.
Yeah. Also, White Plains going back into a little bit of foul trouble here with 4 fouls, so Warren, they'll send Fox.
Yeah, that'll be something that we'll definitely to keep an eye on here down the final 2 minutes of this game. They only need 1 more to send the Foxes to the line here, so we'll see how that plays out here. But no, yeah, White Plains has been the better team though all day, offensively and defensively. So we have expected them to lead here based off just the turnovers and sloppiness, and they do here, leading by 8. So
yeah,
we'll see if the Foxes can answer down the stretch here. And it looks like the Foxes will be staying with the same 5 here, with Arthur Shevick, Ethan Mayers, Evan Mayers, Logan Momola, and Eli Daglio. And White Plains will stay with the same lineup as well, with Bryce Thomas, Otto Armstrong, RJ Marcano, Adrian Wallace, and Nathan Plummer here, as Thomas will get the inbound. We'll give it to Marcano. He's picked up by Ethan Mayers. Bryce Thomas picked up by Evan Mayers here. He'll cross over to his right. Give it to RJ Marcano. He'll drive baseline. He'll go up with his right. His floater's off the mark, rebounded by Shevick here. He'll push it up for the Foxes. He'll pull up from 3, and his 3 is good. A deep 3 from Arthur Shevick to cut the lead to 5 here at Fox Lane. Clutch 3 right there from Arthur Shevick, and that wasn't a close one, Liam. That was a deep bomb.
Yeah, he's been kind of inconsistent today with the three-pointers, so that's a big.
Yeah, he's
big
been a little
shot
off
there.
his mark, but even still. So, yeah, no, he definitely has been a little inconsistent today, but that shot right there will definitely help keep the Foxes in this game. And even though he's been a little inconsistent, he's definitely going to be their guy down the stretch if they want to make this comeback.
Yeah.
The ball's going to have to be in his hands. Whether it's assisting or scoring, they're going to play it through Shevik. So,
Although his three-pointing hasn't been the best today, he's been great at passing and getting those tough rebounds under.
yep. So we'll be back after the timeout here with 1:29 to play in the fourth quarter. So coming out of the timeout, the Foxes will come out in a press here as RJ Marcano will inbound here for White Plains. He'll get it into Armstrong here as Ethan Mayers comes from behind and steals it, but it was a loose ball and Thomas is able to grab the loose ball. He's picked up by Evan Mayers.
That's Fox's 14th foul. White Plains to inbound.
Marcano will inbound here for White Plains. He'll get it into Plummer here, and he'll get the handoff right back. Ball was almost stolen by Daglio. Plummer in the corner. We will have a traveling violation here on White Plains. So it'll be Fox Lane ball with 1:09 here. Ethan Mayers to inbound here. He'll get it into Shevik. Shevik will give it right back to Ethan Mayers. He'll give it to Daglio. Daglio will tried to find Shevik cutting back door, but Wallace will tip it out of bounds. So it'll stay Fox Lane possession though with 26 seconds on the shot clock here. Shevik will inbound to Mamole. He'll get it to Evan Mayers. Ethan Mayers will find Arthur Shevik in the corner. He'll drive to the lane and get fouled.
Was fouled. He's going to have to put a line to shoot two.
Shevik will go the line to shoot two here. Foxes trail by 5. 2 clutch free throws right here from Arthur Shevik. Can cut the lead down to 3, Liam.
Yeah, that would be big.
His first is good. He'll cut the White Plains lead to 4 here. Shevik's second is also good.
Baker back in the game for Fox Lane.
And Owen Baker will check in for Ethan Mayers here.
Under a minute to play.
White Plains leads by 3 here. Fox is still coming out pressing. Marcano will get it into Thomas. He'll get it back. Foxes try to trap. Loose ball here. We'll have a foul called.
Great defense there by the Foxes, though.
A little confusion here at the scorer's table, but so the teams will go to their huddles here to discuss some game plans here. Shot clock, game clock are separated by 10 seconds here. The Foxes trail by 3.
I believe White Plains will go to the line to shoot two.
Yep. As the Foxes are at 5. Both teams are at 5 fouls, so I think both teams are in the bonus here. Owen Baker checking in for Arthur Shevik. Armstrong's first is off the mark here. Armstrong's second is also off the mark. Rebounded by Logan Momola here. He'll get his pass is tipped away and stolen. Pass was tipped, stolen. Ball bounced around here. We'll go out of bounds though off White Plains, so we'll stay Fox Lane ball. Ethan Mayers will inbound here right in front of the White Plains bench. He'll get it into Evan Mayers here. We'll get it up court to Eli Daglio. Eli Daglio will find Ethan Mayers, who will give it to Evan Mayers here. Eli Daglio calls for it. He'll get the ball here. Logan Momola will find Owen Baker. Owen Baker will give it to Evan Mayers here. Logan Momola will set a screen here. Evan Mayers will pull up for three, and it's good! Evan Mayers with the clutch three to tie it up here at Fox Lane. Little miscommunication right there from White Plains as they both went to Logan Momola cutting to the basket, and they leave him wide open for the three, and he capitalizes as we have a timeout here for White Plains.
Great shot there by
Foxes trail by 11 here in this fourth quarter, and have battled all the way back to tie it up. It's been a great game all day long here. So White Plains will have the final shot here, coming out of this timeout with a chance to win it here. I mean, right there, just heard him right there. White Plains, both guys went to Logan Moore off the pick and roll, who rolled to the basket, and they just left Mayers wide open for the three.
Yeah, that was a pretty far shot, too.
I think he was caught off surprise. He was a little too wide open right there.
Yeah.
Caught him by surprise a little bit, but nevertheless, he knocks it down here to tie it up at 43 apiece here with 14 seconds in the fourth quarter.
You can't leave such a great shooter open like that. It's poor communication from White Plains.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, Liam, I think Arthur Shevik may have fouled out. I think he has 5 fouls here. At least from what the scorer table was signaling, because they were signaling the number 5, so he may have fouled out, but not 100% sure, so we won't confirm anything. But Marcano will inbound here for White Plains. He'll get it into Thomas, and he'll get it right back. He's picked up by Evan Mayers here. He'll give it to Thomas. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Thomas picked up by Matt Rojas. His mid-range off the mark. Rebounded by Wallace. His putback effort is just off the mark. So we'll go to overtime here at Fox Lane.
Back-to-back overtime game.
Wallace with another offensive rebound. His putback was just short and hit the front of the rim. So we'll go to another overtime here at Fox Lane. So heading into overtime here at Fox Lane, we're all tied up at 43 apiece here. White Plains at one point in that fourth quarter, led by 11, but the Foxes slowly chipped away, and we were able to tie it up with an Evan Mayers three-pointer with about 14 seconds, give or take here.
Yeah, Foxes.
White Plains' final 2 shots were just off the mark, as Wallace's putback just hit the front of the rim. He was close, and he'll take the tip here for White Plains.
Fox Lane had great defense down there against that as Bryce Thomas tried to go for the three-pointer. Good defense there by the Foxes. This will be back-to-back overtime games for the Foxes.
Yep. Plummer will jump for White Plains, and Logan Momoa will jump for Fox Lane. Plummer will win the tip here, so White Plains will get possession. Thomas will bring it up. He'll give it to Marcano. Plummer was looking the other way, and the pass is stolen by Logan Momola. But he can't find his footing and slips and throws it out of bounds, so White Plains will get possession right back. If you're looking at that from a White Plains perspective, they got bailed out right there. Coming off their turnover, they turned it out. The Fox Lane turned it right back over. So Thomas will bring it up. Picked up by Evan Mayers. He'll drive down the lane, and he's fouled shooting, so he'll go to the line to shoot two.
Thomas was fouled, but shoot two.
Bryce Thomas's first free throw is good. So White Plains will take a 1-point lead here in overtime. His second is good once again. So White Plains will jump out to a 2-point lead here to start off overtime. Ethan Mayers will bring it up for the Foxes. He's picked up by Christian Boateng. Mayers down low on the block. We'll kick it out to Ethan Mayers. His pull-up three is off the mark. Plummer with the rebound. He'll pass it to Thomas. Bryce Thomas will bring it up here for White Plains. He'll drive down the lane, kick it out to Marcano. His three is off the mark. Rebounded by Wallace. But we will have a traveling violation as he fell to the floor. So it'll be Fox Lane basketball. Two guys pressing for White Plains. Zaglio will get it into Mayers. Evan Mayers with a nice spin to get up court here. He'll get it to Ethan Mayers. Ethan Mayers pick up his dribble, but he'll get it to Daglio. Guarded by Plummer. Daglio down the lane will kick it to the corner. And it's in. Logan Momola with the three-pointer. And the Foxes will take a 1-point lead as Logan Momola hits the three-pointer from the corner with 2:34 left in this overtime. Timeout. Timeout, Fox Lane. White Plains once again, though, Liam, here. I feel like White Plains this game has been the ones to jump out quick and often, but the Foxes have responded multiple times. We saw White Plains jumped out to a 2-point lead, and the Foxes came right back down the court and capitalized to lead now by 1.
Yeah, the Foxes will not give up. And we've learned that from last game as well, going against a really tough team of Ossining. And this game, too, a tough team of White Plains. So, with a minute and 34 seconds left, we'll see.
Both White Plains and Fox Lane will stay with their same 5 on the floor. Marcano will inbound here for White Plains. He'll inbound it to Thomas. He'll get it right back. He's picked up by Baker. He'll give it to Thomas. Thomas will drive down the lane. Didn't like the look, though, so he'll bring it back out up top. Picked up by Evan Mayers. Couple nice crossovers. He'll kick it out to Armstrong. Armstrong will drive down the lane. His layup is off the mark, though. Rebounded by Momola. Momola will hand it off to Ethan Mayers. Ethan Mayers will find Eli Daglio, who will find down low to Evan Mayers. His layup just goes in and out. Thomas will kick it out to Armstrong. His shot is blocked by Eli Daglio, and the Foxes will come in transition here. Eli Daglio elects to slow it down, though. He'll give it to Logan Momola. Ethan Mayers now. Nice crossover to his left. He'll drive down the lane. His layup is good.
What a move.
A nice layup right there from Ethan Mayers to increase the Foxes' lead to 3 here with 1:23 in this overtime. Foxes come out in the press here. Stolen by Ethan Mayers.
Time call by White Plains.
We'll have a timeout called, though, by White Plains. So we'll stay at a 3-point lead as they get the timeout call off just before the steal. This overtime has had a lot of drama, going back and forth. A couple turnovers, but with 1:18 left in this overtime, the Foxes lead 48-45. Foxes pressed, almost worked perfectly right there, but White Plains got trapped in the corner and was just able to get the timeout off. On the court for the Foxes, Owen Baker, Ethan Mayers, Eli Daglio, Evan Mayers, and Logan Momola. For White Plains, Bryce Thomas, Otto Armstrong, Nathan Plummer, Adrian Wallace, and AJ Marcano.
Let's see if Fox Lane could do the same thing
Yep,
here.
Foxes are coming out in a press once again. Long inbound to Marcano. He'll drive with the layup, and his layup goes off the glass and in. And we'll have a White Plains timeout. White Plains right there had a little come back to the passer and then go deep right there. And they lobbed the ball over the top right there. And Marcano was able to finish the tough layup off the glass.
Yeah, that was a great shot.
Yep.
Off the top and right in.
So the Foxes will lead by 1 here. And they have been without their top scorer all season long, Arthur Shevik, as he did foul out in the 4th quarter.
Yeah. But hopefully the Foxes, as the score shows right now, they've been able to deal with it. So.
Yep. And they have played better basketball, especially after that 1st quarter. Started off a little slow, but as the game has gone on, they've almost gotten a little better throughout the game.
Yeah. And it seemed the same way against Austin.
Definitely. But White Plains has played a great basketball game all game long. It has been back and forth all day long here. So the Foxes will inbound, though. As checking in for White Plains is number 14, Christian Boateng. Daglio inbound from the baseline. White Plains is coming out in a press here. White Plains has everyone up pressing, and they have Wallace at about half court in case the Foxes try to go deep. Daglio will get it in short to Momola. He'll hand it off to Ethan Mayers. Will be picked up by Otto Armstrong. He'll give it to Daglio. He'll give it to Mayers down low. Mayer goes up with the floater, and it's just off the mark. Good defense right there from White Plains, as we're now under a minute here at Fox Lane. Thomas didn't like the look, so he'll bring it out here and reset. He'll get it to Boateng. He'll get it right back, though. We'll set the screen. Thomas will drive left. Kick out to the corner to Boateng. He'll drive down the lane. Kick out to the corner. Armstrong 3 is off the mark. And he'll be rebounded by Evan Mayer. Shot clock is off. He'll get it up to Eli Daglio, who will swing it cross court to Ethan Mayers.
We're going to have a foul.
Looks to be a foul here on White Plains. So Daglio will go to the line to shoot 2 as they're in the bonus. Daglio sinks the first. RJ Marcano checking back in for Christian Boateng. Daglio hits this free throw here. Yep, Daglio will hit the free throw. It'll be a 3-point lead.
Foxes will call a timeout.
Foxes lead here, 40-47. 24 seconds here on the game clock, so the shot clock is off. Foxes making sure down the stretch they have the defense they want. They know who's guarding who.
Yeah, you know, it wasn't a bad foul to go there, but gives the Tigers the ball in a one-possession game. So hopefully Fox Lane will bring out some great defense here and hopefully win this game.
Yep, definitely. Foxes, you know, down the stretch, you don't want to have any confusion when it comes to defense. So Fox Lane calling a smart timeout here, making sure they know their matchups, know their defense, if they're going to press or not. So that way there's no confusion down the stretch so they can play the best defense possible here. For White Plains, though, it gives you know, a chance to regroup, calm down, settle down your nerves, regroup, draw up a play here. Give everyone a nice deep breath, refresher, and you know give your team the best chance to come out and execute coming right out of the huddle.
Yeah, definitely.
So Plummer will inbound here for White Plains. Foxes do come out and press as Matt Rojas checked in for them. They go over the top to Marcano. The ball is stolen by Evan Mayers though, and he is fouled by Marcano. White Plains went for the Hail Mary pass again at half court, and the ball bounced around a little bit.
Yeah, great defense.
And Evan Mayers was able to steal it from Marcano.
Great defense from Matt Rojas there.
Definitely kept the hands up.
Yeah. And
No foul. Yep, no foul too. Yeah.
Hands are in your face, and you can't really see, but.
Evan Mayers sinks the first. It's a 4-point lead here for the Foxes. Evan Mayers sinks the second, and Will Brockhammer will check in. Will Brockhammer will check in for Owen Baker. Fox is coming out on a press here. Plummer gets it into Thomas. Thomas picked up by Rojas. He'll step back for 3. He's fouled on the 3, and it's good. What a shot right there from Bryce Thomas. The step back 3 is good, and he's fouled.
Wow, great shot there.
Bryce Thomas with a chance to complete the 4-point play here and cut the lead to 1. If you're Fox Lane, that's the one thing that couldn't happen right there, Liam.
Yeah, that was definitely one of their biggest mistakes.
Baker and Mayers will check back in. Thomas will go to the line to complete the 4-point play here for White Plains. His free throw is good. Now a 1-point Foxes lead. Daglio will get it in to Mayers. We'll have a timeout, White Plains. White Plains will call a timeout here with 11 seconds. Fox Lane 52, White Plains 51. I mean, going back to that last possession, Liam, what a play right there from Bryce Thomas. Hits the step back 3 and 1 foul. I mean,
Yeah. What a great shot.
your Foxes right there, that's the one thing you're saying. No fouls, especially on threes,
Yeah.
as they're able to complete the 4-point play. And what was a 2-possession game, they now cut it down to a 1-possession game right there.
Yeah, Foxes did have a pretty good lead there, but unfortunately.
Yep, Foxes were up by 5. So if you're up by 5 right there, you're thinking we'll give up an easy 2, right? No foul, but a 4-point play is tough right there for the Foxes. They now only lead by 1, so they got to be smart on the inbounds here.
Yeah.
Gonna try and get into whoever they want going because you know White Plains are gonna foul and they're already in the bonus. So
Yeah. White Plains, I assume they're going to come out in a press and try and get the violation there.
yep, they'll definitely come out in a press. But if you're the Foxes, you're gonna drop a play here to get your best free throw shooter open because they're gonna have to foul. So that way you'll send your best free throw shooter to the line
Let's see.
with 12.9 seconds.
Maybe they'll go with the long pass here.
Never know. Owen Baker will mount on the baseline for the Foxes. He'll get it into Eli Daglio. And Daglio is fouled with 10.4 seconds on the game clock. Daglio's first is short. Adrian Wallace will check in for White Plains for Justin Boateng. Daglio second here. He hits the second, so it's back to a 2-point lead for the Foxes. And the Foxes will call a timeout. So we'll be back after the Fox Lane timeout with 10.4 seconds to go in this overtime thriller between Fox Lane and White Plains. Coming back from the timeout. White Plains win. RJ Marcano will inbound for White Plains from his baseline. Will Brockhammer checked in for the Foxes. They're out in the press here. RJ Marcano will bring it up here. He'll give it to Bryce Thomas. Bryce Thomas picked up by Daglio. He'll drive. His floater is short, and the Foxes will hold off. Foxes with good defense down the stretch will hold off and get this win in this overtime thriller and they'll win 53-51 over White Plains here, Liam.
Yeah, great game by the Foxes. Although they did come out a little sloppy at the start, they did clean it up and eventually got the W. So we love to see that here at Fox Lane for the last home game of the regular season.
And this will definitely give Fox Lane a lot of momentum going into their rivalry game at Greeley Friday. So make sure to tune into Local Live for that game between Fox Lane and Greeley. You always love a good rivalry game.
Yeah. Last time Fox Lane played Greeley, they did take the win here at home.
All right, so that'll be all for tonight. Liam and JJ signing off. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Good night,